What's happening, people? And welcome back to today's episode, where will be talking about tradespeople who need to advertise their business and promote their business. So I'm a tradesman, been a tradesman for like 20 years now, and the benefits of promoting my business using social media, using apps like TikTok to go live, using YouTube to go live, to promote and to be able to tell people about my business. It's a way of me advertising my own businesses, my services, the things I can do, and my quality of my craft, which might be the work, depending on whichever work I'm doing. I might be doing plumbing work, it might be a heating job, we might be doing something like that. And it shows the process of how we work, but also shows the beginning and the end. So a lot of people like to see before and after, because people want to know, is it worth it? And again, it's a personal thing when someone says, like, is it worth it to be promoting yourself on social media or online, innit? Because some people, that's not where they get their business from. But there is a lot of business being done online which cannot be disputed by anybody. So it's something definitely to look out for. And when I say a lot of smaller companies and tradespeople like myself, they ain't got the money to be able to pay for the advertisement, for that advertisement space, to be able to boost your posts. But if you make frequent posts and you create a community on your page, like I'm trying to be like I have been creating, like at the moment we've created a community of 9,000 people on my TikTok and a separate 9,000 people on my YouTube channel. I always do leave the links below this post of my social medias so you can follow us up. Maybe you're a TikTok person, maybe you're a person that prefers to watch things on YouTube like we're streaming right now. But whatever way it is, and you digest my content, or you're interested within plumbing as an industry, it will have you looking at it and saying to yourself, this is something maybe that I could get into, or this is something which is interesting to watch. It allows my business to be seen by a lot more people than it would me going door to door or flyering or trying to talk to people face to face about my company. I've found that at some points it's giving you a lot more leverage when it comes to business, because yes, people do look at your social media numbers and say, oh, you've got a lot of numbers, maybe you're quite influential, or you're a good person to work with. I'm talking about brands and companies and stuff like that now. So brands and companies can definitely pump your business in ways which you can't, because they've got the budget to be able to put up for a promotion or a collaboration. They're different, you know. Like, I've done both of them, and they always have a good outlook on your business, because it now aligns your company. Like, I'm going to take an example for what I done a documentary on British people, yeah, with British Airways. And British Airways is a world recognized company. Mr. London Plumber is definitely not, but we're getting there. And the whole point of being on something like that is showing that the collaboration, what it can bring, maybe on the next step, or what it might lead to in the future, which is now you've got a relationship, now you have to build upon that. Just like any business relationship, you know, like if I go to a customer and I do a job for them, my main thing is doing a really good job, making them really happy, thumbs up, leaving within really good time, but also then doubling back on them and asking them, do you mind doing me a quick favor? It's going to take you like 5 minutes at max. What's that, Jay? Could you do me a review on my business Google page? Yeah, sure. And the moment they say, yeah, sure to me, I've now got a testimonial from somebody else who has now used my company, who now everyone can see online how the job transpired, but how the people also got the experience from me without not even being there. So me asking my customers to leave my business Google reviews builds character towards my company, but also allows people to see my company as more of a credible source now than just videos and pictures and stuff like that. Because now when you've now got testimonials from this person, that person, that person, it's better for your company. You've got more trust. You get it? Like if you look at anybody's page that have got loads of Google reviews, you're going to say, oh, a lot of people use this company. A lot of people's giving it 5 stars or 3 stars. So, you know, you gauge from there what type of level of service you're going to get. But I would say from my own personal experience within trying to use social media to leverage my company, it definitely has worked because it's opened doors for me, which I hope I would have got to at one point, but I've got to sooner because I've had worked with this company. I have done collaborations with them. And again, it's about building your relationship, because when you start off something, it's never going to be super sailing and it's going all right all the time. Sometimes you're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. When I first started social media, I wasn't really getting a lot of likes, wasn't really getting a lot of shares, wasn't really getting a lot of subscribers, but I had to be consistent at it and get better at it and be able to deliver what people actually wanted to see. Do you get it? And people, what I know, they want to know more about the business, more about how you run the business, more about how you promote yourself on social media. How do you do that side of it? Because that side of it has become like a key role when it comes to people having a business and not relying on something which is like leads or something like that. You know, you can buy leads from companies, or you can pay a certain amount of fee where you're privy to be able to see X amount of jobs and you can bid for those jobs. I've never been someone who has done that. I don't take it away from people who have done it. I just find that a little bit, it's a bit different, isn't it? And it's just something which I think if so many people are competing for the same types of jobs, what's the likelihood of me getting the job? Even if I am the better person for the job, or even if I really do need the job. You know, I don't really want to be in that type of competition with people or other trades. You know, it's not for me. Like, that's not the way I like to do stuff. But again, I don't begrudge anyone who does do that, because I know that it does work for some people. I've got a friend who actually does something very similar to that, and he's told me he's made a lot of money, and I'm happy for him. And I guess it's working out for him. But for me as a plumber, that's not the way I've grown up to grow my business. So I've always grown up with, have yourself a phone number, make yourself available if you're available for work, do a really good job, ask people to leave a review, and showcase your work. The more you showcase your work, the more people understand what you do, whether they think you don't do it anymore or whether they do think you do it every single day. But if you show it to them every single day, it's going to be on their mind for them to think, oh yes, he's a plumber guy, let me get him. And most recently, I'd done 2 back-to-back toilet jobs, yeah? And I said, let me film them for some reason. I filmed them, then I'd done another 2 after, which was I had a call out to a broken siphon, and I had another call out to a leaking inlet the following night. So it was by miracle that I put it up, and maybe it triggered people to think, or to remind them, oh, do you know what? Mr. London Plumber can come and fix this if needs be. But I'm going to leave that to, like, you know, that's what I feel is that people saw that and they're able to still relate that with me. Because again, when I do put out a lot of social media posts, some of them are different things, in it. You know, I wear a get a work rare, so I put out a lot of posts showing that. I do a lot of other stuff, and sometimes you don't see everything. So to repurpose or to post those clips, they're quite valuable to me as a plumber, because those are the clips where people are going to say, do you know what? I remember you as a plumber. I saw you at that video, innit? Yeah, that's me. So it makes perfect sense for me. And again, I will go back to the advertisement space online. It is very expensive. You inquire about how much something costs for, you know, a post for the week on certain sites or whatever, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. So another thing I will touch on, because it was a couple of years ago, but I had Camden Council offered me a column in the paper, and I'm even digging myself that I didn't take it to now, because Camden is a very nice area to work in. You've got a lot of affluent homes around there. You've got the most famous Primrose Hill. If you're from London, you know where that is. Very nice area, very, very nice houses. To be working in those types of houses or those types of properties, that's where I want to be. I've been in Chelsea and other areas, but that's an area where I wanted to be. And that was my chance to kind of like focus and try and get knuckle down to get to that area with that advert in the local paper. But if that local paper does ever pop up again, or if someone from Camden Council is watching this post, yeah, please get in contact with me if you've got that that column as advertisement space, because for me it's a different thing. It's a different generation of people that read papers, but I understand from my dad and my mum that like people in certain areas, they do read the paper, in it, especially the local paper. People will pick that up and say, oh, plumbing, Mr. London Plumber, oh, in Camden, yeah, I'll give him a call. But yeah, I missed that chance, and I'm hoping from this message now, which I put out to the internet, someone that works at Camden Council can kind of find me that and then drop me a little email at hello, Mr. London Plumber, and I will just get straight back to you with the reply saying, yes, I will take that. But yeah, promoting yourself online, it is a way to reach a different community. And the whole point of this whole post is just to remind you that there is a whole different community out there who is willing to support your content, whether it comes to my content, which my niche is being a plumber, which might be about a day in my life, might be me doing a job, it might be me modeling, it might be me just going through a vlog where I just do normal stuff. But it's my content creating journey, and it's the people who follow me, follow my business and my company, because they're invested within myself, innit? And me investing my time online allowed that to progress, if you get what I mean. But if I didn't invest my time online, I would never be able to mass the amount of people or interest within me so quick, if you get what I mean. Because generally when I'm working in a property, it's just me inside the property, and it might be me and someone else, me and the client or the property owner, or I might get the keys from the letting agent and I might go to the property, and it might just be me. So I just film myself working, use it as an advert to be able to tell people about what I do. I might do a voiceover because I don't mind talking over my own content. I'm past the stage of hearing the sound of my own voice, innit? So I get past that whole that's a problem for me, and I just kind of get on with it, because that's what I'm kind of there to do at the end of the day. And I've realized that, you know, putting yourself out there as a tradesperson when it comes to advertisement is something brand new. It's something which you're not trained to do. It's not something which you thought would probably be never part of like your day-to-day routine, or something which you might have to consider as a tradesperson. But again, I'm finding it new skills. I'm finding a lot of new connections online with people contacting me. I'm finding loads of new followers, subscribers. Like, if you are watching this video now, I do suggest for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I post video about this and where I talk about subjects like this from a tradesperson perspective, and we engage with each other in it. I'm just telling you my timeline within me sitting down and understanding the things which I've went through, whether it comes from my first post on putting on social media about myself to my very last one, which I most recently put up on my Instagram page, where I was explaining what it's like going into a property and a customer asks. This was basically, I'll explain like this. Look, I explained this story and I said, look, this might be the worst bathroom what I've ever been in. Yeah. Like, I mean, nasty, sticky, disgusting. But I've got to get on with my job, and I've got to let some people see what I have to do to pay my bills, not to glorify it, but to understand more where I'm coming from. And it's not all glitz and glamour, in it, and it won't be all glitz and glamour, which I'm happy with because I turned up to the job myself, so I'm aware of where it is. I'm ready to work, so let's go and let's see what happens when I get into the job. So when I went to the job, long story short, I put a post up about it on my social media, talking about it. And again, that was going to another toilet. So that leads into, like, I think that was 3 posts about toilets. So maybe that kind of sparked the understanding to say, oh, Jason still works on this, or he still does that. Yes, I definitely do. It's my job, innit? I'm not really going to, I'm not going to change the job. It is what it is. But it's important to promote yourself nowadays if you're getting into the trade, because it's how you're going to make connections with brands. You're also going to make connections with your next possible customer, or you're going to make connections just in general with people. People are going to connect you with other people. It's a puzzle. Sometimes it comes together for a lot of people if they can have a vision or an idea where they're going to go with it. But if you've got an idea, you kind of need to stick with it. And sometimes when you first start off, I will say that it might seem like it's not going nowhere, or you don't know what direction it is going in. Again, believe in the process. Believe that you will get better at promoting yourself. When I look at some of my first videos, when I put them out, yeah, on my YouTube channel, especially, I was had to re-edit some of them and put them back up. I was, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking sometimes I'm thinking you're not looking straight at the camera. You're not talking to the people. You're not being yourself. Like, and I'm saying, I've got to relax. I've got to do this. But this is over time. You get better. I get better at what I do. So people see it as more of like, oh, you're so natural at what you do. No, no, no. I've been doing it for a long time. And I've just started to crack down on the little things what I was doing, but understand the bigger things, what I needed to do. So it took time. It took a very long time. And I won't say that it's going to happen for people overnight, but some people are progressively better and better in their next video, in their next post, in their next way of connecting with someone else. And hopefully from this post here, which is about promoting myself, I've asked somebody to be able to get in contact with Camden Council, whoever does the local newspaper, so I can see if there is a available space in the back of the Camden Council paper to promote my business. I had that chance before. I said no. I don't know why I said no. I think I was a bit busy at the time, but I regret that, because not only do I need to promote myself online, I need to promote myself to people who read papers as well, because those are customers which I need. And as a tradesperson, this is how I'm going to pay my bills, is by doing jobs and promoting myself and just making sure that cycle goes round and round in a circle. So if I have to spend money on promotion to push to get more people to see my post, I will do that. I'll give it a go. Of course, you've got most of these platforms are paying platforms, so they want you to pay into them. But again, if you've got good quality content, people are going to turn up and they're going to see you and they're going to respect you for the craft, what you do. And I've realized that through my own journey. If you look at my timeline on my Instagram page, which will be in my description in this video, you can see that my videos at the beginning wasn't that good. And I'll admit that, but you get better over time. You stay consistent. You keep turning up. You keep asking yourself, how could you make that post a little bit better? What do people want to see? You don't want to bombard your followers with your business, but you need them to support your business. So at least once a week or twice a week, it's not too much to ask. 2 days out of the week, could everybody just try and promote my business or support my business? I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm going to ask my own audience that and see what they say. Let's have a little poll. I'm going to have a poll on my Instagram page. So definitely check out my Instagram page. I'm going to poll it and I'm going to put up the results on my community page, which is on YouTube. So definitely look out for that. But promote your business. Don't be shy to do it. It's going to start off slow. You're going to gain momentum at some point. People are going to take notice of you when you keep on turning up. You have to understand, not everybody is the best at everything when they start. You could be rubbish. It's okay. You can get better. People love an underdog, someone who gets better at what they do. This is Mr. London Plumber. I hope you enjoyed this live today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm out.